Hello everyone and welcome back. It's Chala from Crafting Through the Chaos of Life. We are here with another Margarete Miller Monday. And again, I have gone ahead and done the collage up, and I'll just explain to you what I did because I want to leave more time at the end to play with some packaging. So we're at week 29 and you can see I've got my spread. I am sticking to single pages now because this guy's chunky. But yeah, I was flipping through it. I was showing my niece it the other day, and I was flipping through it. And you know, it's funny. I've said this quite often that even though there are different spreads or collages that I've done that I wasn't necessarily wild about at the time, they've really actually grown on me over time. I find it really cool to go back and take a look at them. Yeah, it's just super interesting. Anyways, let's get started. We're at week 29, and our first prompt was something related to a sport or physical activity. Well, some of you may know I do something called Supernatural. It's a workout in the Quest or VR headset, Meta Quest headset. And I love it. It's literally like doing a video game, but it gets me active and sweating. Oh my gosh, do I sweat? Do I work out? I love it. Yeah, absolutely love it. You can do something that's called flow, kind of like Beat Saber. You can box, meditation, stretching. There's all sorts of different levels for your ability. I'm not the most physically active person, or wasn't. I am much more so now. So yeah, it's really helped me step up my game. Not affiliated with him in any way, just thought I'd share. Again, I like to share things that I enjoy just because, yeah, if you find something that you like, let other people know. So what I did is I actually used my little, this little guy here. It's a little print type thing. I'm sure you guys have seen these before, but yeah, you just take your phone and you use an app. I think the app that I used is called Tiny Print. So the original, let's see if I can show you the original photo so that you guys can understand. So this is from my workout, and it just tells me I did a low flow. So I worked out really hard all week and I just wanted to take it easy today. My workout was 34 minutes. The music was monster rock royalty, so it was all sorts of different types of rock music, which is awesome. I love that sort of playlist. I've done this one before and I beat my last score. 842 versus 839 tells me what my power was. I got a triple platinum on it, which is pretty cool. My accuracy, 99.8. That just means how well I hit the, oh, sorry, there's a glare. How well I hit the target. But yeah, it's just a little summary, and I thought I would print that off because I really enjoyed the workout today. So I've got that printed out from this little thing. Now, don't go out and buy these. I don't recommend these. I talk about things that I like, obviously the Supernatural workout, and I'll share with you things that I'm not really wild about. And this little guy I got just off of Amazon. I saw other people kind of using them for journaling. It is done on thermal sticker paper. So what will happen is, like your receipts over time, if they're exposed to sunlight, this will fade and bleach. So this is probably not going to be a long-standing thing. It's not the best thing. And I'm not really wild that it's just black and white. I really had hoped that I could find one in color. But is it fun to play with? Sure. Is it necessary? Absolutely not. Is it worth it? I'm going to say no. But nonetheless, yeah, I have had some fun playing with it. So we'll just turn that off. It does charge USB-wise. It's pretty easy to fill. Comes with a whole bunch of different rolls of paper. You just kind of slot them in there, much like a adding machine, if you're old enough to know what those are. I think most of us in this kind of craft, we're of the, let's call ourselves the more experienced in years. But yeah, it's super easy to change. But yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Not on my must-have list. That is for sure. Let's see if I can put this away somewhere. Let's put that over there. Okay. So something related to sport or physical activity. Kind of got on a diatribe there. I also have a bike. Anything that starts with a G. Well, I have this cute little tag that I made, and I have a little image of a guitar. And also, shout out to a Costco magazine, because that's where most of these images, or at least 3 of these images, came from. So starts with a G, guitar. a clock or a watch. So I have this watch here. Something sharp. I attached one of these little cute, remember when we used to make these friendship pins back in the 80s? It's on a sharp pin, so I just added that on there. A color associated with spring. Well, when I think of spring, I think of pastel colors and Easter egg dyeing, and this kind of reminded me of Easter and the pastel color. This paper is from the All Things Roses kit. Yeah, super amazing kit. I love that one. And then a bonus is a candy wrapper. Well, of course, my kids came to the rescue. I just happened to, really all I had to do was look around and I found candy wrappers everywhere. And when I think summertime or spring, you know, activities, I think of double bubble, chewing double bubble gum in the summer, blowing bubbles. This little piece here is just from a leftover piece of divider that I had laying around, and I thought it would be cool just to add a little number on there and make it into a pocket. And then I had this little piece here. Let's see, do I have them handy? I think I do. I got them from Temu or Timu, however you want to say it. But they're kind of like little receipt things. They all have the same number, mind you, but it's the Pullman Company. Beverage, cigar order for specials. It's just kind of like almost really reminiscent of a guest check. And I had it laying around and I thought I would kind of just put it on there because again, it's a pastel color that reminds me of spring. And then I just added this little live in the moment because I need to remind myself just to live in the moment, and it kind of filled that space. Put some faux vintage tape on there. What else did I do? Just a little, I found this little piece of fabric hanging around. I thought it'd make a good tag topper. Yeah, and then just use my fancy cut scissors to cut that out, inked it up. Shazam, we're done. That is week 29 in the book. All right, so let's move on to playing with packaging because that is so much fun. I have an idea. There might be some starts and stops along the way because I have the idea but not fully formulated and I've never done this before. So I went to, do you guys know what Showcase is? Showcase is a store that's kind of has all the things that you would see like on infomercials. And one of the things that I bought last year were these little tiny portable air conditioners. I don't have air conditioning in my house. And I bought 3 of them, one for each kid's room so that they could put them on their dresser. You fill it with cold water and it basically blows out cold air kind of towards them when they're sleeping. And in it was like a little instruction manual thing like this, kind of like a little folio. Yeah, accessory kit for cool chill. This is, I think, where the manual and cords were. And I thought this would be really cool to kind of make like a little folio journal out of it. So that's what we're going to do. Now it has these little pieces here that kind of created the box for it. So I was humming back and forth whether or not I wanted to make a little boxy envelope out of it. And then I'm like, nope, you know what? I want to make a little folio journal. So I want this to open this way, this to open this way. This I'm actually going to flatten out and create a pocket. So I might have to, no, it folds okay. I just wasn't sure if that was going to impede on the fold, but it's not. So I'm just going to glue this down, maybe cut a little thumb notch, cover it with some paper, and that'll be a little pocket. And then I had this little piece just kicking around in my scrap cardstock, and I was thinking I wanted to adhere this. I'll have to trim it down, but it's almost the right size. I kind of like this. I want to adhere this to here, have it flip up, and then almost like another little pocket under there. I don't know if that's going to work. I think it will, but we'll give it a try. And then I want to make this into a little signature. So in a little signature there, and there we go. That's kind of our little folio journal thing. Hopefully you guys understand what I'm talking about. I'm not even sure I know what I'm talking about, but that's okay. We'll give it a go. So the first thing we need to do is I do need to cover this. Now, is that ripped a bit? No, we're good. Okay. Now I have to keep in mind, I need to keep the integrity of this little slot here. So we will have to keep that in mind. Yeah, it's the paper I wanted to use. This is super, super like paper thin, copy paper thin, I guess scrapbook paper. It's from the good old dollar store, Dollarama, $4. And this particular package was called Elizabeth. Craft paper, 50 sheets, 12 by 12. Yeah, just different types of images are really big. I really like those trunks, travel trunks. Those are awesome. Don't really know what that is. It looks like locks. Yeah, that's locks. But yeah, just kind of like vintage, grungy type papers travel. Like, so I've got this paper, got some books, music paper, cork, photos. Yeah, just all sorts of different papers in this one that are quite cool. But I wanted to use this. I actually want to see if I can use this on this front piece. Actually, I might, yeah, I'm going to turn it upside down because do I want it like that? How do I want it? How do I want it? No, we want it like this. Okay. Now I got to think. Thinking's hard. That goes in there, that goes in there. Like that. So I was kind of thinking this on the front, but now I'm not so sure. Let's see here. Maybe could have that on the back, and then this. So I think that's kind of cool. It's kind of like that faux leather look. Have this on the sides. Yeah. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start covering this with some paper, and this will likely go on here. And then I can do a separate piece for the pocket. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. I will go ahead and cut some panels to go on here. Yeah, I think I'm going to do them as separate panels. So I'm going to cut like these. How big is that? That's like, what are we working with here? Yeah, that's about an inch spine. So I'll cut just shy of an inch for these little pieces. I'm going to cut the panels here. I'm going to cut this separately. It'll just make it easier folding wise, and then I can ink it up. So I am going to cover these, and then I will come back because you guys know how to cut and cover and all of that. I don't think it's too difficult, but yeah, I'll just cover this and then I will be right back. Okay, friends, so I have covered most of this packaging. Just as a note, for this piece here, I have it, if you're looking at it right now, it's upside down, but if you turn it over, okay, and I've covered all this too, I'll talk about this in a minute. When we fold this up, it's now right side up, that little pocket piece, okay? Now it is pretty dark. I went really, really dark with that whole thing, but that's okay. That's fine. So what I want to do is in this piece here, there is this little slit. So we need to keep that. So I need to cut it kind of one at a time. So I've covered this. I'm going to take my ruler and my knife. Perhaps I put my glasses on. They are filthy, so I'm just going to give them a little wipe and see if that helps. Not really sure that did, but that's okay. It is what it is. All right. So I can see here, and I kind of get my head in there. I can see there's the entrance there, or the opening. And I'm going to get my ruler kind of situated so I can go down that nicely. Just trying to reopen that slit. Just want to make sure I don't go too far here. There we go. And it's got just kind of a little turn right there. And a little turn right there. Okay. So that should be good enough for my little slit to open in. Now I'm going to open it up just a titch here and ink that so you don't see any of the white. Now the ink that I am using is ground espresso. I needed something just a little darker than my usual vintage photo because this is a dark piece. So there, I like that. Now this has, how am I doing this? Yeah, this is on the inside. Okay, so that's fine. And then this is the outside, so I need to cover this piece now. And then we're going to cut it again from this side so that it comes through the paper that we're going to put on. All right, let's go ahead and glue this down. Now I've used a combination of glues. Mostly I've used my Uhu glue stick, but on this piece right here, I did use art glitter glue. Just because I did not want it lifting at all. And there is a potential sometimes with Uhu, if you don't get it right on the corners, it will lift. So I made sure I used art glitter glue for this tab just to ensure that it is nice and strong. Okay, so this is a little tricky in that this is just a smidgen, like a smidgen too long. So I'm going to line this up on my mat and just take the tiniest little bit off. Just like that. See how tiny that is? Just super tiny. And hopefully that will now fit on here for the height. It still might even be just a bit big, is it? I think it'll be okay. Okay, so then I'm going to turn this over and I'll grab my pencil. I'm just going to trace just those corners there. My corner rounder does not have the same angle, so I'm just using my scissors to cut that out. Just like that. So covering it went fairly quickly. You just kind of got to measure how high your project is and do a little bit of fandangling. And at the end of the day, if it's not perfect, that's okay. It's a junk journal or a junk folio, and that's what ink is for, to cover up all those little imperfected pieces, right? This is not made by a factory, so, and that's what's beautiful about it. So go ahead and get this glue on here, trying to make sure I pay special attention to those edges. I really miss my big Uhu glue sticks. I seem to go through these little ones very quickly to my liking. Okay. Go ahead and put this on now. Hopefully I get it somewhat. Okay, how's that possible? Did it stretch? Did the paper stretch, or did I just miscut it? Very well could have miscut it. Sounds like something I would do. That's okay. There we go. My little smoothing tool. Oh, I love the look of that. I really, really do. I think that's fun. It's upside down, mind you, but I love that. Okay, so for here, I'm going to ink up this part. Again, ground espresso. Love me some espresso. We'll just camouflage that white. Just like this. That should be good. And then maybe just a little, oof, I do a lot of folding back and forth here. And then just the edges. Okay, so now we're going to open up that little slit again with our knife and ruler. So we'll turn it this way. And right about there. Select that. And then I gotta put the angle back in on this side. Just a smidge. Okay, hopefully that went through. It did. Okay, now I'm going to do a little bit more re-inking there. Kind of fold that open a bit. Just to camouflage some of that white. Again, on this side as well. There we go. Okay, so let's just see that this still continues to work. I don't want to use that. What do I want to use? This guy, this little spatula. Yeah, I just want to make sure it's nice and open and easy to get that little flappy piece in and out of there. There we go. Okay, see, does that work? It does. Aha. Is that a little tight? A little tight. I need to open that up just a scotch more. Knife. Just like that. That. And a little bit more ink camouflaging. Here we go. Okay, goes this way, goes this way. And that is going to tuck in there. Okay, I like that. Yeah, that is good. Now, I don't think it's, I can't remember, was it supposed to go all the way in? Might, I don't know. There we go. Okay. Just like that. Super cute. Okay, so now we got to work on the flaps in the pocket. And I did have a little bit of an idea with, sorry, this is gonna bug me. I'll touch it up later. Had an idea. So here is the piece that I pulled out. And it's going to go on here. So we'll line that up like this. Just kind of making sure it's on the edge here nice and even. And then I need to mark it right here. So then that's going to fold over. And I was thinking about doing a folio closure here, to tell you the truth. So I also want to mimic the curve that I have here. So I'm going to slide this down, make sure it's even on the end, like that, even at the top, even on the side. Okay, I think that's good. And then we will just trace this just so that we get the same curvature, like that. Okay, let's use this bad boy. And we'll cut along that line. Now, what is going on here? Is this straight? Yes. There we go. Okay. I'm liking this. I'm liking this idea a lot. So we will cut around here like that and like that. Super. Okay. Now we need to think of what we want. Do I have enough? I have this piece left. Is it going to work? Oh, it is. It's going to be perfect. Okay. It's going to be very dark inside, but that's okay. That's just fine. Sometimes you need to go outside your comfort zone, and going dark is definitely outside my comfort zone. There we go. Go ahead and cut this out. Now let's see if I take my big scissors out. Is this going to fall over? I have my ring light in my little holder for all my utensils. Just doing some moving around and just trying to get a better lighting situation here. I don't know, maybe it's just me. Maybe it's getting old, my eyes, I don't know. Any sort of low light I really struggle with, or black on black. So I have like a black mat at my front door and I have black shoes. And if my black shoes are on the black mat, I really struggle to see them. It's terrible, really. It's probably a function of spending way too much time on electronic devices, right? With work, I'm on the computer. I literally have 3 computer screens that I look at. I have 2 kind of additional screens plus my laptop screen. So I'm sure all of that takes a toll on, come on now, on one's vision. Okay. Okay, I think that's all right. Let's go ahead and, so this is going to go on here. And is it going to go like this? Yes, this is going to go on here. No. I think I actually want matte paper on here to kind of match that. So then this is going to go this way. Yes, because I'm going to have matte paper on here as well, just so that it sets off. Okay. All right, so let's put glue on here. Okay. Yes, got that done. And then we will line it up. Okay. I wonder, I just feel like this paper is so thin that when I put my glue stick on it, when I rub like kind of hardish on it, I feel like it kind of stretches the paper. This is not, like, I know I cut this to size. But it seems to be a little longer in places by the tiniest amount. That should be okay. Just like the itty bitty bittiest. Just enough to annoy me, right? Like, look, again, so tiny. Right, we've got that. Give her some ink if you want to. I do want to, just to camouflage that white. Okay, now I need to kind of do the same thing, but on the other side, right? Yes, that's going to go there. Okay, so let's bring back this map paper. And I need to do it so that that's top. So it's going to go like this, and I want my map paper going the correct way, like this. Okay, I got to cut. There's this little dotted line here. I need that removed. Okay. It's another nice day here. I know that it looks like I'm wearing a sweatshirt, but I'm in my basement and it is cooler down here. So, you know, when you're sitting around, not moving, get a little bit chilly. Okay, so this is going to go on here. I have just a little skosh creeping over the edge on here too. Let's clean that up. There we go. And let's do this right there, right like that. And trace. Now, if you find a better way of doing this, by all means, do your way. This is just kind of how I'm rolling with it right now. Like that. I love map paper, especially like vintage maps. I don't know, something about it makes me happy. There we go. That to the side. And that's going to be like that. That's kind of cool. Yes, but I'm just thinking now, do I want this flap just a wee bit shorter? I might want it just a wee bit shorter. Okay, let's put this on first. And then we can always trim off, right? Yes. So we'll cover this all with our glue stick. Try and make sure I get good coverage all throughout this. Okay, and I find it's easier to line up a straight edge, so we'll flip that. Adding that there. Scooch over. Scooch, there we go. That looks about right. Okay, we're just going to do a little bit of cleanup because I can see where I missed on the line here. Okay, so let's cut this way. I've got a little bit wonky there. Again, inking will clean up anything that's not looking the best. Come on. There we go. Okay. I think that is good. Let's just smooth that down. Right. Where are we with our time? 35 minutes. Okay, good, good. So yes, I do want this to be, let's move this out of the way. I do want this just to be the tiniest bit shorter. Maybe not as tiny as I think. Maybe right about there. And then I can do the folio closure. Yes. Okay. Right there. So then we will, how do I want to do that? Let's flip it the other way. If I flip it, line it up there, flip it this way. There we go. And I can take my pencil. There you are. And break it. Just across there. Just like that. Trim, trim, trim. These little excess bits. And then, will this fit in my chopper? Should just chop that bit off. Like that. Sweet. Okay. Quickly ink. Little bits of shavings everywhere. Okay. Yeah, liking the fact that ink covers any little imperfections that might be going on. And then on this side, ooh, I like that. That is a good color for this paper. It is, it is. Now, if I was smart, I might have done my little closures so that you can't see the brad. Can I still? No. No, I cannot. All right, well, that's something we'll have to work through now as well. But we can do it. That's the pocket. So that's got to go this way. Oh, can I still do it? Can I still hide it? Yes, I probably could. If I had it underneath this pocket, right? Is that going to be too high? I don't think so. Have it like right, I'd have to have it right here and then here. I mean, that's not the end of the world. Okay. So there's that. Now we need to cover this. Okay, I'm going to take, ooh, just sweet. Okay, I'm going to finish covering this. I'll do that off camera and then we'll come back and I'm going to grab my brads and have my little circle pieces for the folio closure ready to go. So I will be right back. All right, so I have prepared the little folio circles. Now I just punched these out of Kleenex boxes or tissue boxes, and I did cover them. So I did cover them with matte paper on one side, and I have this piece here that I want to create to cover this because that's just a little bit short. Make a tuck. Hopefully that won't impede on this closing. I'm not sure. We'll see. But yeah, for this, I thought, oh, wouldn't it be cute to use the same paper and have it look like little airplanes flying over the map? And then I'm like, oh, yeah, well, I did that in the middle, but now my brad is going to go over top, which I think will actually be fine. I think I'm going to go with this side. I think it's just going to set off a little bit better. I feel like the map paper gets a little bit kind of lost. I mean, it's not a bad look, but I think this is better. Okay, so what I need to do is I will put these together like so. Line them up to inside my little 1-inch square. Have my Tim Holtz pokey tool, and ideally I'm going to find the center, which I think is about there. I'm going to try and get through both of them, which I have, and it looks like I got the center pretty well. So just go ahead and put that through. Okay, so we've got that done. Now what I need to do is find out on here, I don't want to glue this down yet, just so I can get the brad legs open, but I need to figure out, kind of put that, I mean, it's going to be a long string, but that's okay. Where do I want? Where do I want? Maybe about here. Okay, so grab my ruler. And so this is not quite 4 3/4 inches. So center, do I have a nice center ruler? Center ruler is always a good little tool to have, which somewhere in here, there it is. Okay, put that on 3. Where's my center? Oh, this way. Gotta find my 0 here. There's my 0. Okay, so 2. Let's go. That's 2.5. I think 2 3/8, and that is 2 3/8. Yeah, 2 3/8 is about as close as we're going to get here. So maybe there and there. Okay, and grab my pencil. And I'm just going to put a little mark right here. So that is where my brad hole is going to go, right in there. So I don't lose it. I'm going to poke it right away here. Just like that. Okay, so we've got that. Let's go ahead and put our brad in. So these are just gold brads, nothing really special about them. They're on the bigger side, but I think that's okay. I think I need a bigger hole. We're going to need a bigger hole. Get in there. Get in there. Okay, so there's that. Yeah, it covers up the plane completely, but that's fine. And then this is going to go in here, like so. Did I do that right? Yes, I did. Okay, just wanted to double check. And then now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a piece of washi over top of this just so it doesn't catch anything. And I have some just kind of been hanging out on my desk here for quite some time. So I'm just going to use that, and let's put some glue on it just in case. Because I have trust issues with washi tape. Some of them are really good, and then some of them just are, quite honestly, like crap. They don't stick at all, which is so frustrating. Okay, so we're not going to see this. So it doesn't quite matter what it looks like. Just as long as it covers that up. So whatever we slide in and out of that pocket is not going to get caught by that. Okay, so let's go ahead and make this pocket now. Just add a little bit of ink there. And a little bit of ink on this side. There we go. Okay, this is just quite simple. I'm actually going to glue the bottom. So I'll glue here and here and here is what I will do. Let's move some of this stuff out of the way, and we want art glitter glue for this. Okay, so I'm going to put some glue here, just like that, along the side here and along the side here. Okay, now laying that down. I just need to hold it for a bit. Let's use some clamps. So that will need some time to catch. Just like so. Okay. All right, so that's going to catch. Awesome. I love that. Okay, and we've got it's hidden underneath. We can't see that. Now we need to work with this bad boy. And again, we want it centered. So it was 2 3/4 was our magic number, right? So 2 3/8, sorry. 2 3/8, 2 3/8. Let's put that down like so. And then we'll have this guy. Making sure that says 2 3/8 there and there. Okay, pencil. Just trying to make sure I'm not too close. Oops, keep breaking that. Need to use my other pencil. So right there. All right, poke that bad boy there. Okay, and then we're going to just simply do the same thing. All right, friends, I am back. I had way too much fun. Is there such a thing when you're junk journaling? But I had so much fun finishing off this little folio, decorating it, and I'm going to show you what I did. Now, I did it all the decorating off camera because I kind of showed you the basis of how I put this little folio together, and then decorating it, you're going to use whatever you have on hand. All right, let's get started. So I have bound in my signature. Here is our back. Then our side, our front. So for decorating this, I have these tickets that I probably got off of Temu, Etsy, someplace like that. And they're actually stickers, so it worked really well. I was able to put one on here as a decoration. This is a piece from leftover from a project that I did a while ago. It is part of the digital, and I've used some other pieces in here from Margaret at Seven Plaza. It is her postal, I think. Go over to her Ko-fi site. I'll try and remember to link it down below. But that's what I used for this piece and some pieces inside. Now, again, you don't have to use digitals, just use regular scrapbook papers. I have as well, right? I've pulled out a whole bunch of scrapbook papers to play with. And I just augmented it with what I had that I thought would go and kind of look cool. So here we go. We've got our front, and look at this. Isn't it cute? Little journal inside. I love it. I am so in love with this. I think it's great. It's a cute little travel journal. So let's open it up. And then inside, so here's some scrapbook paper. This is a little piece from the digital kit, as well as this tag from Margaret at Seven Plaza. I just thought it was cool. I like that it had like planes and postal, like you said, postcards when you're traveling, right? So a little tag that you can journal on. And then I have, I picked 10 pieces of paper. They're all the same. I got these just from Goodwill. And I cut them down to size, and I folded them in half. And so I've got, well, I guess 40 pages front and back to write on. So yeah, they're just all kind of the same. Just kind of picked something that would kind of go with the theme of this. I actually, let's put something on the front of here. I feel like this needs the something something. What does it need? These are just pieces that I got from a paper pad that I had. Let's go get lost. We could put that there. Got go explore. Kind of like that one. That's a contender. What else do we have? Ooh, live every moment. I also like that. The coloring's a little bit off, but not terrible. Things to see, notes. This is writing. Always take the scenic route. That would be cute as well. Or see the world. I'm feeling this one. Go explore. So let's just quickly corner. Let's do this little corner guy just to give it a little bit of interest. I'll ink around it and we'll glue it on that front page. Just kind of like a little title page of sorts, right? And then I'll finish my little flip through here with you guys. Sorry, I got distracted. I'm like, it's plain, it needs something. You could totally just leave it the way it is, but when you have beautiful little pieces hanging around your desk like this, why not use them, right? Just makes sense. Now, I could actually put this on here as a pocket or a tuck. I think I'm just going to glue it straight on though. Yeah. I say straight, that's my goal, is to get it on there. Let's use this little book weight to hold that down. And then we'll glue this with art glitter glue. Like I said, I've used a combination of art glitter glue and Oohoo glue. You use whatever glue makes your heart happy and works for your projects. I know everyone has kind of their go-tos or their favorites. Oops, let's glue it on right side up. And somewhat in the middle is always the goal, but close enough is close enough. Like that. Oh, I like that. I really, really like that. That makes my heart happy. Okay, let's put this back. Let's put pin in glue and finish off going through. Okay, so again, we've got this done. We've got our little pages that you can write on, just bound in with a 3-hole pamphlet stitch. I did put eyelets, gold eyelets in there just to, again, because this is not wax linen, this is just this stuff here. It's from Bead Landing. It's just wax, well, I guess it's waxed cotton cording. It's not like the regular waxed linen that we use to, or waxed cord that I use to bind journals. It's definitely not as waxed, that's for sure, but it works. Okay, so we've got our little journal. Then we have this cute little thing. Now let's finish this off quickly. So I have tied on one end here a slip knot. And this is kind of how I like to go about my little folio closures like this. I like to do a slip knot. And I'll get that to go underneath there. Just like that. And then I can pull that slip knot tight like this, and it's not going to come undone. Just right under there like that. Now I don't even mind this little piece hanging out. I may cut it off, I may not. We'll see. But now what we're going to do is we're going to just wrap this around like this. I think that's good, and then we'll trim it, scissors, like that. Okay, I think I will trim this only because it would be confusing as to which one you have to unwrap, right? So I'll go ahead and kind of trim this underneath if I can. There we go. There we go. So we've got that just as a really cool closure. Gosh, I'm in love with this project, you guys. I'm so excited. It turned out so well. Okay, let's open this up. take a look. We'll flip this up. Look at all this goodness. So we have that one little flap that we made a pocket. In here, I just took some of the scrapbook paper and made a cute little tag and put one of my little hole reinforcers. I still have, I think, a few packages left on my Ko-fi if you're looking for a variety pack of these. Just all sorts of different colors, shapes, size, or not sizes, but different like kind of shapes and stuff. They're a lot of fun. Go ahead and check that out. These little pieces are from that paper pack. So it's got pack your bag, kind of like a little list of things, which I thought was really cute. And you can journal on the back. Make today an adventure. So those are cute. We'll tuck that back in there. And just some little writing space and a pocket to tuck any goodies that you find on your travels in there, right? Then up here, let's move this out of the way. Up here, these are just little pieces from the Margarete Miller kit, as well as this. Just a little journaling card, and then this is from the paper pack. These little pieces that she created are just so great because they make great little embellishments. So if you have little tickets, tags, that sort of thing, stickers, whatever, go ahead and use them to embellish your pockets. This is that little piece that I cut out to create a side tuck. And then this, and this is also from Margarete Miller's kit. Again, you don't have to use a kit of any sort. If you've got scrapbook papers like this, or just make them out of regular paper or stamp things, whatever you have. But I thought these were cute because they were like little postcards. So we'll tuck those back in there. Again, another one of those little tags. And yeah, that is this project, you guys. I really enjoyed this. So we've got this cute little folio from packaging that would have otherwise gone into the garbage, right? Just slip that in there like that. Now I could tie something around it to keep it closed. I don't think I will though. I think that, I mean, that is cute though, right? Oh gosh, now what? Now what, I say? Well, let's just do it. Why not? Tie this like this. Let's see if we like the look of it. Oh, I mean, that is cute, right? Okay, so I think we have to do it, which is okay. I need to use this stuff up anyways. And then if the person wants to keep it, they can keep it. If not, they can take it off, right? Adorable. Oh, I'm so happy with this. So happy with this project. Okay, so we have this little folio and our Margarete Miller. Where did my book go? Where did my Margarete Miller challenge book go? I've lost it. No, there it is. Is it under there? Nope, that's not it. Well, it's grown legs and walked away, has it? Not likely. Might just mean I need to actually clean up my area. Okay, it's a really good book. How do I misplace something like that? I've got like a tower of stuff that might just fall over. Oh, there it is. Goodness gracious, on the floor beside me. Okay, so here we go, guys. We have week 29 for Margarete Miller Challenge. And how do I want to do this? How do I want to show you this? Look at that. This cute little folio. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you on the next video. P.S. I love you.